This is Tecker 901, episode 95, eBooks. I'm Gdovin.
I'm Reed Dame.
And today we're going to talk about ebooks, which are electronic books. In other words, they're books that you can read, and you don't have to have them in paper. You can watch them or read them on a computer screen or a digital device. So now the first place you go is Project Gutenberg, which has a lot of public domain books that are free. Not the best selection, they're not like the newest bestsellers, but they're pretty good if you want something that's a classic or old and you don't want to pay. And you can get them as a PDF and download. The other place you can go is Google Books, which also has a similar style, except they have more current books, and some of them I think you do have to pay for. But those, I mean, you can read them on your computer, and you can read them on some kind of portable device that does have PDF reading abilities. But now maybe you have an ebook reader. So first, the two most popular ebook readers the most popular is the Amazon Kindle. The older version, which is the 6-inch screen, it goes for about $300. The bigger one, which I think has like a 9-inch screen, it's a much bigger one, is about, I think, almost $500. It's really expensive.
So the thing with the ebook reader screens that's unique is that it's not a traditional laptop or cell phone screen, like an LCD screen. It's a special patented e-ink, which it's supposed to be much easier on the eyes, and from my experience, it just looks like paper. It's much easier to read.
Yeah. So the Kindle, and then the other one is called the Sony ebook reader, which I don't like as much. Just doesn't look as nice. Sony ebook reader is about $300, but if I were to be buying one, I'd be choosing the Kindle over the Sony ebook reader. So now to get books on these, you can go to their store. So what you do is you go Kindle Books, and you can also get newspapers, magazines, and blogs, but you have to pay for the blogs. So
yeah, the one thing that's unique about the Kindle is it has cell phone internet on it. So for a small price, you'll give you a personalized email address, and they charge you, I think, a couple cents for every PDF book you send to it, and that automatically puts it on your device for you. I think that's a pretty cool feature. So
what you do is, like, you just pick a book. Like me, I want to read The First Family, and now I'm not going to actually buy it because it's $10. But if you were to buy it, you just have to buy now with one click for $10, which is, as you can see, significantly less than when you buy in paper, because you don't have to pay for the printing and all that.
Yeah.
And then it goes over what's called WhisperNet, which means it gets pushed over the internet to your device. So now with your Kindle, it'll show up usually within 5 minutes. But also, Kindle also has an iPod Touch and iPhone app. Okay, so the cool thing about the Kindle app is, one, it's free, so you pay nothing. You only pay for the books you want to read. So, like right now I have 3 books on here. I've read some more that I've taken off already, and I can always re-download them and not pay anything for them. So, like, I'm reading my summer reading book for school and a Video Maker Guide to Video Production. So, I'll open my Video Maker Guide book. There we go. So now, you can, if you tap a corner, you can dog-ear a page, or you can swipe or just click either side for switching pages. It's really easy to read. You can always, if you want to make the font bigger, you can just go, you can choose font size, make it bigger, smaller, change the background color, font color. Makes it, you can customize it to make it the best reading experience for you. So it's great for that. And what I like the most is that instead of having a big paper book, so what I like is I have my iPod Touch that goes almost everywhere with me. All I gotta do is put it in my pocket, carry it, and if I have like 2 minutes free, I can read a book or just read a few pages if I need to or whatever. And it's really easy to read on. I've gotten through a few full books already on here. Now I'm reading 2 more. And I just like the experience of carrying all my books I want in my pocket. And I mean, it's really small. So that's the iPod Touch and iPhone app, which is really neat. Sony has a similar store with their ebook reader. but it's online only. I still wouldn't get it, but
One difference with the Sony ebook reader is it doesn't have the wireless cell phone internet Whisper network, so you have to connect it to your computer to add books.
which I think is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Why bother with that when you can just, for the same price, get the Kindle, which is better experience. You get the cellular internet, and it's totally worthwhile.
Yeah, I like how you can just send any PDF that you've downloaded, if it's a book or just a document, to your Kindle wirelessly, really easy.
And it's read it in your Kindle. Yeah, and it's really thin. It's probably smaller than the average book size of like a normal paper book. So you put probably about 1,000 on. So that's probably more books than you have in your own paper library. So I think ebooks are a great way of reading your books wherever you go digitally, and you don't have to have paper and they don't take up space. They're just digital. They're bits and bytes.
And they're cheaper to buy than a paper book, and you're saving paper.
Yep. So I'm Mike Gdovin.
I'm Reed Dame.
Enjoy your ebooks.
To watch this episode again or to watch any of our prior episodes, you can visit our website 911.tecker.net, T-E-C-K-E-R. And on the website we have our prior episodes, as well as you can view them directly on the website, or you can download them in WMV for Windows, iPod or QuickTime format for your iPod, or if you have iTunes installed, an MP3 audio-only version of the show, and a WMV HD version of the show, which you can download via BitTorrent that looks really, really clear and in pristine HD quality. And instructions for downloading via BitTorrent are also on the site. On the right-hand side, we have more information about us and about each of the members of the show, as well as quick links to all of our prior episodes and links to the RSS feeds for each of the formats that we release the show in, and links to subscribe to the show in iTunes if you have an iPod, an Apple TV, an iPhone, any Apple device. You can click on that link in either video or audio format. You can also in iTunes search for Tecker, T-E-C-K-E-R, in the iTunes store, and then you can find our podcast that you can subscribe to free. Also, if you do not have an iPod, if you have like a generic MP3 player, then you can use you can still listen to our show if on our website you subscribe to this MP3 audio version in a feed catcher, in a podcatcher like Juice. You can search for Juice on Google, download that program, and then it'll load the shows automatically onto your generic MP3 playing device. If you have any questions about the show or about technology, you can send us an email at 911@tecker.net, or you can leave us a voicemail at 610-572-2847. Thank you so much for watching Tecker 911.